Good morning. Today is August the 7th. This is what's left over of my summer garden. And I'm going to show you what 3 weeks worth of garden neglect looks like. My tomatoes are still doing well. I'm going to give you a full garden including my tomatoes. Got a lot of greenery there. And they're doing really well, I must say. Here we go with this again, where this particular plant just isn't getting it. I've had a lot of this year where they just withered up. Don't know why. No rhyme, no reason for it. These are my other tomato plants. These have actually survived. Look at how tall they are. Those plants are every bit of about 7, maybe 8 feet tall. Easily. Haven't gotten much fruit from them, but a lot of greenery. Let's go around back here and take a look at what we got out back. This is some squash that I planted. It looks like it's doing pretty well. And I pulled up, I think this was the radishes that I pulled up. Because they just weren't, I didn't thin them, so I got what I expected, which was nothing. Harvested some collard greens last week because I got tired of the worms eating them. I said I may as well eat them. So instead of letting the worms eat them all, I ate them. So I harvested those last week. My okra, I think next year I'm going to have to flip-flop this, put the corn in the back, and put the okra up front. Because my okra didn't get as tall as I thought it would have gotten. Like it did last year. It was probably about 8-9 feet tall. Eggplant has really surprised me. Because this eggplant has just produced and produced and produced. So I'm really happy with my eggplant this year. Got a basil plant over here. Here's some carrots that I did harvest some carrots last week. Those came out really, really well. And back here, I still need to do a little work out here. But like I said, I haven't worked in my garden now in 3 weeks. I planted these beans. They've actually came up. Looks like a squirrel got to that one. See the hole that the squirrel dug? So he ate that one. And we're going to take a walk up the hill up here. Let's see what we got up on the hill. Alrighty, up here, even though this okra gets sunlight in the morning, it's probably not producing as well as I would have hoped it would have. But that's okay, it was an experiment. And I know I can grow okra up here now. Here's some more of those beans that I planted. Well, 3 weeks of neglect, and this is what I get because I didn't trellis them. Darn it. And those are pole beans. I probably should have trellised them, and I didn't. So that's 3 weeks of neglect there. And over here, looks like we got some cucumbers that have decided to leave the bucket and do their own thing. So we got that we're working with. There's a couple of cucumbers there. One there and one there. And some more beans that I planted. I don't remember if those are pole beans or bush beans. Over here we have the beets that I planted. So apparently those decided not to take off. Here's some more beans that have taken off. So there's one there, one there. Over here, looks like we have some more. I don't remember what that was. I think it was a cantaloupe, maybe. I don't know, but I guess I'll know whenever it grows if I don't pull that up today too. But I really need to get up here and get in here and get all of this cleaned up. I think I've gotten all I'm gonna get out of these tomatoes. So I'm gonna get them all pulled up today. I just got a lot of work to do up here. That's all there is to it. I just got a lot of work to do. Get ready for my fall garden. So I just don't know what to say. I don't think I've ever gone 3 weeks without working in my garden. It's hard for me to go 2 days without working in my garden, let alone 3 weeks. And as you can see, the greenery that's all over the ground, I normally keep all of that stuff cleared out with Roundup and pulling weeds and stuff. So I've not been a good gardener this year. Not been a good gardener. I got distracted for the last week and a half with this humongous home improvement project I've been working on with a cousin of mine that came over. So I've gotten totally immersed in that over the last couple of days. And over here is where my tomatoes blew down about a week and a half ago. We had a windstorm that came through, and yes, they still continue to produce, but they're dying off. And I was kind of suspecting that was going to happen, and it didn't disappoint me. Got lots of tomatoes. Don't know if they're going to turn ripe on me or not, but I got a lot of them on there. And the problem is, I'm just hoping and praying that they'll survive. But as you can see, look at all of those tomatoes on there. That's a lot of tomatoes. That's a lot of tomatoes that I've gotten. And the problem is right there. When the wind blew, the roots almost came up on that one. Came up on that one, and the same thing with the other two. So that was a pretty powerful wind that night. Over here, we've got the peppers. I know why these are withered because I haven't watered them since Friday. But we've gotten a lot of rain. It was supposed to be a 60% chance of rain today, 40% yesterday. So we didn't get any rain yesterday. So I understand why these are withered. I want to use the rainwater because my plants just really take off from the rainwater. But these peppers are really doing well. I picked in a whole bunch of peppers Friday. Took them to a co-worker of mine. She just absolutely loves those peppers. And this year I haven't gotten very many sweet peppers. I did some varieties that I've never grown before. So I'm not sure what happened with that. Like this one, for instance. This was planted probably 2 months ago, and that's all I got. A little bit of greenery, a lot of thin leaves on it. So that's my full garden update. This is what 3 weeks of neglect looks like. So I'm gonna get started working on my garden today, try to get this thing spruced back up. And we'll give you another update next week after I get all of this stuff all cleared out of here. This is TJ from Fat Boy's Garden. See you next time.